ball? I know the Wizards have, two great scorers, but what were you seeing on the defensive side that allowed the Wizards to hang around and give them a chance to steal it?
That was basically the message after the game. Gave up 149 points, 72 points in the paint, 48 points in the fourth quarter. 17 turnovers didn't help, but the defense just wasn't good enough. And I think everyone realizes, we obviously had many opportunities to win it down the stretch at the end of the game there, but probably didn't deserve it the way we guarded all night. So frustrating night, and our level dropped, and we got to pick it up.
Was drawn up for that last offensive possession. TLC had to miss, but was it just a good basketball play on his cut? Was that the idea going in? What were you looking for?
Yeah, we had Kevin on the block there. He had his ISO or Kai coming off, and they flooded Kevin, so we knew that he had a cut, and somebody had the cut, Kai, and he got it a wide open one and just wasn't able to finish.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Steve, when you look at that, I guess the second to last sequence where Bradley Beal hits a three, inbound pass is stolen, Russell Westbrook hits a three, where are you looking at as the biggest breakdown in that sequence?
It's an unfortunate moment. Joe just threw it in, and Kevin was cutting the wrong way, cutting a different direction. So it's just an error, and it happens. But when you give up 149 points, that's one error in about 50 defensive lapses. So, not good enough defensively. And we can look at the missed layup or the turnover for the three there, but we shouldn't have been in that position. We had a big lead early. We let them stay around a long, long time until their confidence grew. They're a desperate team looking for a win, and we gave them a chance and gave them life.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hi, Steve. Maybe not quite to this extent, but this has been a reoccurring issue where you guys have faced some teams with, quote, lesser records, and you've had big leads and blown them. Is this a case where you think, people, they know where the standings are, they know where DC is, and they just kind of took their foot off the gas and thought that this was over?
It's hard to argue with that perspective. It's kind of it's a little bit intangible, but it definitely felt like, it didn't mean enough to get stops. Maybe we thought we had it in the bag, but too many times we let them waltz right down the lane and get layups. And they're a good offensive team. I'll give them that. They spread the floor with shooters, and they have guys that can get to the rim, but our level dropped, and we let too many guys get to the rim to the tune of 72 points in the paint, and that is one way to lose a game for sure.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Steve, talking about that 18-point lead early on, is there one thing in particular that you kind of thought led to them getting back in it, and obviously the snowball coming from there, whether it was the turnovers or just the defensive collapses?
Both turnovers. I thought we turned it over a bunch when we had the lead, or when we could have had a bigger lead even. Just allowed them to hang around and give them some confidence. They scored 149, and they missed a bunch of threes that they are very capable of making. So, it could have been worse, but I think we just let our foot off the gas, thought we were going to win, and that's a dangerous game to play.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Coach, when you, I guess tomorrow when you go look at film, is there going to be any one area that you're looking for defensively, or is it, just like where are you going to look tomorrow to kind of get things back on track?
The most important thing I think is individual pride, making every possession count and mean something. I think too many possessions didn't mean enough to us tonight. We got to sit down in a stance and guard and make it difficult. And if we can cut out, 3 or 4 of those paint attempts or baskets, we win the game. But you'd hope you can clean up a heck of a lot of them. And, I think more than anything, it's just a little bit of pride and a little bit of, desperation to guard the ball and keep them out of the paint.
Thanks so much, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
One of the